was a fear. I just was so afraid of everything, tiny little bugs and worms and caterpillars and just a little thing. And then big things, snakes and all the reptiles and the dark ghost. And Maria Paz and I think we met via Zoom, and then we were exploring the fear part, and I just absolutely loved it from there. And I think that kind of maybe transformed my attitude towards fear. What Maria Paz basically said, wow, fear, imagine fear. Fear must be feeling so lonely. Everyone is so scared of fear.
You are opposing fear. You're yet not in love with fear.
You embrace fear.
I push it away. I can share that when I burned, I had 100 and something projects at the same time. I was like going, and it was getting bigger and bigger. The work, more work. I started having fear in the morning when I woke up, and then I thought, well, this should go, but it didn't. It kept coming for years, now and then, worked and opposed it and all of that. And then I've heard that if I just stay and welcome the sensation, really, really welcome the sensation and have a curious look at it, like not push you with your nose inside, but just allow it to come closer. And you can also ask it, could you, at the moment I'm feeling overwhelmed, could you, and I love you, and I am interested, I'm curious about you, but right now I'm a little overwhelmed. Could you step just one step, and then you're welcome back. Step away, one step, and welcome. But I didn't know any of that. I just said, okay, I'm gonna be here, and I noticed how it felt in the body and all that, but I didn't move. I just stay looking, curious, because I wanted to try that out, to see how it is to just allow that energy to expand, And you know what happened suddenly? It was like my heart opened. Oh gosh, how lonely, how undesirable life must feel for you. And you know what? You can come whenever you want. There's a place for you here. I'm your friend. You don't ever need to feel rejected. Because this compassion just cracked me open, and I could shift my perspective for the fierce existence, the fierce perspective. And then compassion just expanded. And then I was like expecting it to come next day, and it didn't come. And sometimes it comes, but I'm not pushing it away, because when you push it away, to push something away is to focus on it. And just like you say, when you focus on it, because what fuels life is your attention.
I love it. I think I heard of something similar. That's David Hawkins also mentioned letting go. That's very similar to instead of avoid it, you face it and you experience it, and very similar to what you just said. But I think yours, and I like yours even more, is that you actually, with the open heart, you embrace it and you feel the compassion. Pierce Pilgrim also mentioned something. If you fear something, then you get yourself familiar with it. For example, she said about how she helped a lady who was afraid of the dark and always needed the rooms wide open. And she did a little bit and a little bit, just close a little bit. And then eventually the doors close and then she's okay. And the same thing with, there's a little cat. And then she, not a little cat, a lady who's afraid of cats. And then she introduced a little baby kitten. And she's just afraid of the kitten. The kitten, no. And then gradually, and then she's attached to the cat, and then got to know the cat and understand it's not that scary.
Let your light shine. Help others find their way out of the darkness extraordinarily inspiring stories from ordinary people like you and I. I believe we are all extraordinary, yet we're all ordinary. Let your light shine.